Costa Rican cities face increasingly complex urban challenges. Urbanization is planned. Accumulated over decades, it has had a significant impact on the environment, making the transition to sustainable and resilient green economies more difficult. This limits opportunities for integrated urban development and affects the quality of life of its inhabitants. One of the most serious problems is the pollution of water, air, and soil, which has reduced urban ecosystem services. These services are fundamental to collective well-being, especially for the most vulnerable populations. Since the second half of 2022, the transition to a green urban economy, TEVU project, has implemented innovative solutions in coordination with municipalities, institutions, and civil society, aiming to create green, safe, resilient, and inclusive cities for the people. In partnership with the Ministry of Environment and Energy, the United Nations Development Programme, the Organization for Tropical Studies, GEF, and 20 urban municipalities, TEVU has been working intensively to promote the green economy in cities. The actions include improving or creating regulatory frameworks, developing capacities through environmental awareness and education to incorporate green infrastructure into urban public spaces, creating innovative economic instruments at the local level, generating knowledge, and promoting decarbonization initiatives, among other actions. In addition, TEVU worked with more than 300 communities in the Greater Metropolitan Area, GAM, impacting over 1.5 million inhabitants. This effort seeks to encourage the appropriation of public spaces and changes in how we live together in urban environments. The project has fostered political dialogue between local and national actors, seeking regulatory proposals that structurally transform our cities. At the legislative level, TEVU collaborated on key initiatives such as providing the country with a circular economy framework law, ensuring the financial sustainability of geographic information systems that monitor deforestation-free production and sustainable urban growth, strengthening municipal associations to promote intercantonal collaborative work, improving municipal finances through tariff update mechanisms, updating the leadership in integrated waste management, modernizing the legal framework of the AYA and ASADAS so they can commercialize byproducts derived from wastewater treatment with a circular approach. At the local level, we equip municipalities with model regulations for the sustainable management of urban green infrastructure, integrated solid waste management, the regulation and promotion of street commerce as a mechanism for urban renewal and city financing. TEVU has supported SINAC in consolidating urban biological corridors and updating the management plan for the Cerros de Escazú protected area. It has also contributed to the creation of the first urban natural parks, PANUs. Their importance lies in the need to protect and conserve biodiversity, while offering urban populations spaces that promote physical and mental health. We support local committees of 5 interurban biological corridors in the participatory formulation of their management plans, focusing on adaptation and climate change mitigation through nature-based solutions. Our contribution to strengthening these biological corridors seeks to generate local impact with national and global relevance. Another pillar of the project is technological innovation. TEVU has developed the Urban Mockup, an advanced geospatial tool that enables local authorities to make informed decisions about the orderly and sustainable development of the Greater Metropolitan Area. In addition, other tools have been implemented, such as the Sustainable Urban Renewal Strategy, ERUS, which promotes urban planning aligned with sustainability objectives, and the Sustainable Cities Index. Greening the Greater Metropolitan Area is a shared challenge between public and private sectors, through nature-based solutions. As of December 2024, TEVU intervened in a total of 2,146 hectares of urban landscape and 1,332 hectares of peri-urban landscape through various regreening actions and improvements in pedestrian mobility. Notable is the Cartago Boulevard, a project that honors our history and promotes gender equity and mobility through green and safe spaces. In August 2024, the Treviso Park in San Rafael, Desamparados, was inaugurated, a reclaimed space now featuring trails, an amphitheater, and recreational areas. Additionally, in this same canton, the La Capri Park was rehabilitated. A 3-hectare landfill in Alajuelita, next to the Trevi River, was transformed into a safe and resilient park, now known as La Sabanita. In Tibas, the Leon 13 community contributed to the creation of the La Paz Boulevard in El Santuario Natural Park in Belén. Accessible trails were built in compliance with the provisions of Law 7600, and they are also permeable, allowing water to filter directly into the soil and reducing runoff. Likewise, the Tururu trails in Barva, the East Park in Montes de Oca, and other projects are part of these joint actions. Green walls and sidewalks help purify the air, offer thermal comfort, promote connectivity, pollination, infiltration, enhance the landscape, and facilitate pedestrian mobility. The rehabilitation of protected areas has been a priority for TEVU, municipalities, biological corridors, and SINAC, who have worked together to improve urban ecosystem services. More than 279 hectares of protected areas have been rehabilitated in various water bodies that cross the GAM, with a special focus on the Torres Maria Aguilar TBB. Additionally, over 13 kilometers of sidewalks have been regreened, and 647 hectares of urban parks have been improved with native species and nature-based solutions. Additionally, more than 1,000 square meters of green walls have been installed. Actions have also been implemented in public buildings to improve thermal comfort. For decades, tree cutting was common for gray infrastructure. Today, tree transplanting and protection are prioritized to conserve ecosystem services. Barva, Alajuelita, Alajuela, Santo Domingo, and Tibas are leading these initiatives. An innovative action is the paving in San Rafael, Santo Domingo, and Santa Barbara, where the pavement has been removed and replaced with green units, improving environmental quality through nature-based solutions. Green infrastructure with nature-based solutions is a tool that enhances the quality of life for the population. In addition to collaborating on the maintenance of nurseries in San Jose, Alajuela, and Curridabat, the first regional nursery was built at the Fundación La Libertad in Desamparados, with improvements to the production of native species, including a shade house. The nursery, built under nature-based solutions principles, enhances the park's infrastructure, including permeable paths, ditches for rainwater, rainwater harvesting for irrigation, benches, and green walls on the adjacent structure. The intervention will connect the park's trails with the nursery area, creating a circuit for recreational walks. These kinds of spaces favor recreation and exercise, improving the physical and mental health of the community. The regional nursery is the result of collaboration between TEVU and the Fundación La Libertad. With these actions, the project seeks to encourage municipalities and institutions to adopt these practices, driving urban landscape rehabilitation from local governments and generating benefits for the community. The project has also developed actions in blue infrastructure, keeping water resources a priority. We aim to improve the surface water bodies in the Greater Metropolitan Area and ensure proper waste management. The project installed a Rio Barda in collaboration with the private sector in the Virilla to capture plastics, which are recycled and converted into construction materials. These are now transformed into resonate and later integrated into construction materials. In 1 year, 1,647 tons of plastics have been collected. Efforts are also being supported for the development of circular economy projects, such as the use of organic waste in San Jose to create pet food through the black soldier fly, in collaboration with the company Pro Nuvo. Additionally, an agreement is being developed to create a plant for this process, which would also produce compost as a byproduct. This project is a clear example of circular economy in action. Economic and technical support has been provided to the municipality of La Union to combine sludge from wastewater plants with organic waste from the farmers market in order to produce compost, promoting circular economy and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. A study of characterization and generation of solid waste in the commercial sector of Belen was conducted as the basis for proposing tariff incentives for those who separate their waste or compost the organics. Together with the local committees of the 8 interurban biological corridors, a participatory biological monitoring program was established through bird counts to assess the health of urban ecosystems. The program has been successful, involving more than 80 public-private entities, including 22 municipalities, and the participation of more than 850 people, including children, youth, and seniors. Today, we report up to 399 bird species, 27 of which are endangered and 42 are endemic, dependent on the territories of the Central Conservation Area to ensure the sustainability of the program. Support has been provided to SINAC and local committees with equipment, materials, and training. TEVU conducted an analysis of the municipal financial situation and its potential improvements. In collaboration with IFAM, a draft law was created to implement a mechanism for updating municipal service tariffs, which is currently under legislative discussion. Additionally, a process of engagement with municipalities has begun for the use of the Public Works Trust. In 2024, training on this topic was held with several municipalities. A trust draft was also developed to promote electric public transport in collaboration with electricity distribution companies. TEVU participated in organizing a dialogue in the Legislative Assembly on electric public transport in collaboration with the United Nations Development Program. Furthermore, TEVU collaborated in the implementation of water tariffs in Asadas and the approval of the water tariff for Asada Rosales. A differentiated tariff for organic waste collection in the commercial sector of Belen was developed. Also, support was provided for the proper management of recyclable waste, with an emphasis on plastic, and collaboration occurred in the Vicesa Glass Route Initiative.
The new Sustainable City Room at the Museo Los Niños is super fun. I got on a bike and put on special glasses with which I could see the whole city, but everything was gray. It looked sad and boring, but then I started pedaling and the city became magical. I traveled through the streets. There were many colors, and everything was clean. Even the rivers were clean. I saw parents happily playing with their children outside. It was beautiful. I learned that if we want, we can make our city beautiful.
In collaboration with the United Nations Development Program, TEVU has actively worked on producing knowledge with the goal of transferring the experiences and best practices implemented in the project to other cities, thus benefiting those that were not directly part of it. Efforts have been made to provide the city's residents with landscapes that improve physical and mental health and embrace the city well-being. In addition to the resources from the GEF, we have managed strategic support to ensure our message reaches beyond our borders, generating international allies. We have also worked closely on various projects with international organizations such as CRUSA and Urban Shift. That's why we are always willing to support government initiatives aligned with clean energy, electric transportation, recycling, and composting programs. We value the power of people as agents of change. This 2024 is coming to an end, but our work does not stop here. On the horizon of 2025, we envision a new stage full of projects, activities, and alliances for the benefit of the Costa Rican population, which is the fundamental reason for every effort we make. Welcome, 2025. Do you want to join us?